Welcome to another episode of Rocket City Sith, and today I'm going to be talking about the ICCC VIP Day in 2022. ICCC is held in Nashville, Tennessee, and was created by Michael Havens. And Michael actually sells VIP tickets. Last year it was 300, and for on Friday of the convention it was only for VIP ticket holders, and you got to experience everybody and everything one day with just 300 people. Michael Havens being the founder of the IC, or the Imperial Commissary, on Facebook, and is also the founder of the ICCCC. He works really hard to give you the best convention he possibly can at a fraction of the cost. And later on, I'm going to have some links for you to look at, and hopefully you will attend in 2023. So on the first day of the convention, I actually got to meet Ashley Eckstein, and she was actually interviewed by Melissa Joan Hart for their podcast they have. And this is the podcast live.
Fangirl. I married into geekdom, and it has rubbed off on me, and I love it. I love it.
You do.
I've been to many Star Wars conventions now.
And now we get to do a live podcast for once. So we're super excited.
This is crazy.
And I'm going to give you guys a little intro of who we're going to be talking to today, because we have a special, this is our May the 4th be with you episode of our podcast.
Yes.
So couldn't be more appropriate than being here with you guys and our guest today, which we are super excited about. So I know you guys, I think you guys know who's coming in here, but for those at home that don't maybe, our guest today, she's not only an actress, she is an inspiring entrepreneur and fangirl trendsetter with her voice for female fandom with her company, Her Universe, which is groundbreaking fangirl fashion company, which she founded in 2010. And now she's added author to her list of accomplishments. Her roles as an actress include playing Jan Brady in the TV movie The Brady Bunch in the White House back in 2002, Muffy on Disney Channel's sitcom That's So Raven, Ms. Cole in the film Alice Upside Down, just to name a few things. But we all know and love her as the voice of Ahsoka Tano in Star Wars.
We're big fans.
Star Wars, it's the Clone Wars, it's the Rebels, it's the Forces of Destiny, it's the Rise of the Skywalker in the movie, right? She did the voice at the end of Rise of the Skywalker, which I think is super cool. And she, at this very, very special con, as I told you, this is our very first live show. So we thought this was a wonderful chance to celebrate May 4th with all of you and our wonderful guest, Ashley Eckstein. So let's bring Ashley in.
We're going to actually give her... There she is. Come on, Ashley. Sorry.
Hi, no worries. We kind of rushed you.
We jumped. Oh, she's got theme music. Welcome to What Women Binge. Hi. How are you?
Hey, you were out there busy selling autographs, weren't you?
Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm close.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good. Okay, thank you.
You're like me, you're petite.
Short, yes.
We need to pull our microphones down.
All right,
So,
she's here,
guys,
people.
She's here!
Ashley!
Thank you so much for being our very first live guest on
No
our
way.
podcast. Yes, we've never done it live before, so we're so excited. What a perfect place to be. Perfect guest.
Oh my gosh, I'm honored to be your first live guest.
We're so excited, and we have so many questions for you. But first, we have to start with your, everything.
I need you to tell us everything.
Let's talk, since we're
I
at
was
ICC
born in
Con.
Louisville, Kentucky.
And how many times have you been to the Derby?
Zero.
Zero.
Can you believe it? I know, my parents are in the audience.
No way!
Well, I was raised in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
Orlando, wow.
I do, because you were raised basically on the Disney lot while I was being raised on the Nickelodeon lot, the
Yes.
Universal Studios lot. So that's funny, yeah. And you actually have a very fun tie-in to Disney, and something in common with Amanda here, which is that you had your wedding reception at Disney World.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
You have a wedding reception?
I got married and had our reception at Disneyland.
Stop
Yeah,
it.
our reception was in the Great Movie Ride.
Oh
It was
my
magical.
goodness. That's incredible.
Where was yours?
So our ceremony, my husband was born and raised in Orlando. So the ceremony was at the church that he was like born into and raised in. But we had the Disney Magical Express buses drive everyone to the ceremony and then back to Yacht and Beach Club.
Oh, beautiful.
So yeah, it was one of my favorite resorts. And
They know how to do a wedding.
yes, they do.
I'll never top that. That was a party.
You guys have that in common with Joey Lawrence, a former co-star of mine. He got married there as well. It's like it's its own little thing. Like you could start a little fan club of just people that get married at Disney.
Well, it's funny. My sister was in the very first episode of the TV show.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, it's
This comes full circle a lot today, I think.
Yeah.
No, it does. They she was planning on having a wedding there, and then it was like 3 weeks before her wedding, she got a call saying, would you mind if we filmed your wedding? But they didn't say for what, but I could tell it was like a Disney number, and I was like, this is legit, do it. And then come to find out it was for Disney Fairy Tale Weddings, the show.
Wow, very cool.
So, it was a lot of fun.
That is super cool. So also Nickelodeon, real quick. We have that's where I was living down there in Orlando, and you were on Guts.
I was.
With Mike O'Malley.
Yes.
I was probably hiding in the backstage area because I loved watching.
Is that the same
Oh.
sound stage where you filmed Clarissa?
Right next. There's only two.
Yeah.
There were two at Nickelodeon, and then all the dressing rooms are in between, and the Gap Kitchen and all that stuff, Slime Kitchen, whatever they called it. And it was all the sort of gold rooms were in between, and then she was going to go with her. The amount of shows you've done with her. Can you talk a little bit about the best part of playing her?
Yeah. Well, by far the best part is this. I mean, I didn't realize how Star Wars would change my life, and it changed my life because of the community. So, literally 1 week after the Star Wars movie came out in theaters in 2008, I was getting fan mail from all over the world.
Wow.
I remember I got a piece of fan mail from Japan and Australia and France, and I hadn't earned my stripes yet. I was brand new, but it was just people.
I caught it.
I should say I also hadn't earned my lightsabers yet. Maybe.
There you go.
But they were literally just welcoming me to the universe, and it was at that moment where I realized I'm like, okay, this is different than any other role, and I've been a lifelong fan. So to me, it was like winning the lottery. But my character, it's easy to forget because now we have characters like Rey, and we have Jin, and Rose Tico, and all these strong female characters. We've had 2 Wonder Woman movies and a Black Widow movie. But back in 2008, when Ahsoka came out, she was groundbreaking. There wasn't female leads,
Right.
and especially Ahsoka was the first female Jedi that was a lead character in the Star Wars universe. And so I knew instantly, I'm like, this is a game changer.
This is a big deal.
Yeah, for the next generation of female fans, this is a game changer. So I knew, and it actually goes back to, I primarily was a live action actress. Ahsoka was my first voiceover role.
Well, we did list a few of your, we had the Brady Bunch, and that's
Yeah.
the Raven, and Alice Upside Down. Yeah, we named a few other things that you'd been a part of, and obviously you've had a long career, but this just takes on another,
Yeah.
it's beyond, the amount of the fans around the world, and I can't even imagine, it's.
Well, I think, did you film Clarissa in front of a live audience?
No.
Oh, see, I got to film That So Raven in front of a live audience, and that changed me. Because my dream, when I moved from Orlando to LA, my dream was to be on the Disney Channel. That was it. I didn't want to win an Oscar. I just wanted to be on the Disney Channel. And I was able to be on That So Raven, and we would film in front of a live audience. And I remember just watching the kids in the audience. And I saw firsthand how, those kids, how impressionable they were.
Yeah.
That all of us actors on the stage, whether we liked it or not, we were role models for those kids.
Yeah.
And I remember making a wish one day, because That's So Raven was ending, and I was like, I wish I could get another role in a hero, a good role, where I could really make a difference and be a positive role model. Little did I know that Ahsoka was right around the corner, and
So on the same day, we actually also got to hear Ian McDermott do his own little spiel for us on VIP Day and gave us our own little story that he could tell us. And it was actually really nice to be able to see him talk without all the crowd there. And it was just, really felt like a one on one conversation with him. And here's his show right here.
I just want to say a quick hello from the dark side. Oh, look, it swivels. That's good. I didn't order it especially. This is very good. I sit in chairs that don't swivel as well now and again. It's very nice to be here in Nashville, my first visit to your extraordinarily lively city. And we feel, those of us who've come, very, very welcome indeed. I've only been here 2 days, and I feel I've been here a lifetime. Everyone's so friendly and welcoming. And I wish I was here for a bit longer, but I am, when I've finished signing for you and talking to you and just being here, going to get to Memphis, where I've never been. So I can visit and pay respect to another great icon. I don't need to mention his name. That phrase, great icon, people say you're a great icon now. I think, no, I'm Ian. And they say, yeah, but a lot's happened to you in 40 years, more than 40 years. Because all that long time ago, I got a phone call from my agent who said, George Lucas wants to see you. And I said, okay. And they said they'll be sending a car. And as I looked out of the window, the car had already arrived. So I got in it and I went to Elstree. And yes, there was George Lucas and Richard Marquand, the director of, as you'll all know, Return of the Jedi. And we had a nice chat for about 10 minutes. I mean, not much longer than I'm talking to you today. And I can't remember what we said. But when I left the room, I heard George say to Richard, hey, the guy's got a great nose. So I thought, well, that's obviously going to be a good omen, but I had no idea what he was talking about. And I got back, and the phone was ringing, and it was my agent, and he said, great news, you've got the part. I said, oh, okay, what's the part? And he said, apparently he's called the Emperor of the Universe. So I said, oh, well, we'll be doing it then. And on it went. And you know the phrase, third time lucky. Well, I am in the fortunate position of having been lucky for 3 times. The first, Return of the Jedi. The second, those 3 prequels, starting with The Phantom Menace. And then to my utter astonishment, my resurrection, many years later. In that film I've only just been able to talk about because we've all been locked away from each other for so long. The Rise of Skywalker. And a lot of people said, but he's dead, isn't he dead? He went down that chute, how could he possibly survive that? But of course he was the Emperor. He had a plan B. Every famous autocrat has a plan B. I won't speculate about current autocrats and what their plan Bs might be, but I think you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I guess that the Emperor he could either sort of freeze himself, like Harrison Ford's character in the previous movie, or he could make sure he had the best medical team in the universe. And he did, and they slowly got himself together, as you could see from the movie. Small people, but very efficient. Working, yes, I think so. Working around his limbs, his innards, everything else. We were going to show you a bit more in the movie, but we didn't want to be too distasteful. So we just confined him to a kind of galactic wheelchair, which moved me around the studio, sometimes at an alarming rate. But it was like being on a ride, I really enjoyed it, it was great. And the guys who were manipulating me, there were 4 people working that machine, and they were great, and I had full confidence in them. And they'd say, okay, stand by, Ian, we're going to move you. But they usually said that after they'd moved me. So I just sort of like that. But I was okay about it, it was fun. Daisy Ridley practically had a heart attack every time I moved towards her. she was very concerned on my behalf, unlike the character she was playing, I might say. You know, I mean, honestly, no gratitude to a grandfather. What kind of a kid is that? You know, she completely destroyed me, and I'm reliably informed that is forever. No more Palpatine. On the other hand, there are series kicking about, aren't there, at the moment, in which the Emperor is still running the universe. So maybe there will be a kind of retrospective life for him, but I'm speculating. I know nothing, as usual. And even if I knew more, of course, I wouldn't be able to tell you, because I would be truly dead. That's Ian this time, not Palpatine. And a lot of us have come very close to death over the divulging of secrets over the years. But I've nothing more to tell you on that front.
I have a question for you.
Someone's got a question. Okay.
Yes. What do you think of the character Obi-Wan Kenobi and the actor that portrays him?
Oh, I think I know that voice. That's almost Obi-Wan Kenobi, but not really, James.
Almost.
Yes. Well, of course, I hate his guts. Not Ewan. I've known Ewan since he was at drama school, and of course, you know by now that I know his uncle very well, Dennis Lawson, who was Wedge. But we didn't have much to do together in the saga, Ewan and I. He helped rescue the wholly innocent Palpatine, you know, from the clutches of General Grievous, I think it was, who also happened to be the sound guy on the picture. You know, it's a sort of wonderful mix. And yes, I suppose I was grateful to him for that, or rather Palpatine was. But we never had any confrontational scenes. And
Would you like to create one now?
as far as I know, they're unplanned, and I'm not going to start now. Does this is not me telling me how
I was told I need to heckle you as much as possible.
Oh, really? Who told
Yes.
you? Who told you that?
Well, it's part of the Jedi Council, you see.
Oh, right. I see. Yes, I just wanted to know so I could end their life after this brief introduction. You know, my fingers are still fairly flexible, even after all those years.
We've done that.
No rheumatism here. Yeah. And now the character, to my astonishment, of course, I was completely astonished to begin with when I knew I could feed electricity out of my hands. But in the last movie, of course, I could also shoot it through the roof, which was extraordinary, and destroy millions of people through just a pair of hands. How are you,
I'm just-
James? Yeah.
I've been put up to this. I'm not normally this rude.
Of course you are. Yes, you are. I haven't seen you for a long time. It's very nice to see you.
How amazing is it to have the man, the myth, the legend here in Tennessee?
Oh, no.
Actually, this
No,
one
I'll settle for the man. I'll leave the myth and the legend up to
No,
them.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I just
But you
wanted to
did.
say hello. Well, I did mean to interrupt, actually, and I was told to interrupt.
Okay.
But it's lovely to see you, and I hope you have a wonderful time here in Tennessee. The people are fantastic.
I've worked that out already, and I've only been here for 48 hours.
And the food is pretty good, yes?
Terrific, yeah.
All right, and the drink and the time, and so I hope you have a good time. But I was told to crash your party.
Okay.
So I just wanted to say hello. Hello.
Well, it's very nice to see you in
It's good to
whatever
see you.
guise,
All right.
James.
I won't bug you anymore. You go on and talk.
No, I'll better go.
I think I
It
left
says
45.
45. Yes,
I think you're good.
it said 45 for ages. I don't know what it means.
All right.
It means seconds. I think it means get off. So whatever it means, how nice to see you all. I hope I'll see you again soon. And very good luck to you, and all good wishes from the dark side. Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.
So this was some of my experiences from the VIP day. And as you can see, on May 26th through May 28th, the 5th ICCC will be held in Nashville at a special venue Michael has procured for us this upcoming year that's bigger than before, and also has 3 hotels in the area that are locked in for a special rate for all ICCC attendees. And I will put more information in the links below so that you can check it out. I really urge you to go if you are a Star Wars fan and can during those days. It's well worth the money, and if you do VIP, I promise you it's even worth more. And I hope to see you in 2023 at ICC, and I will also be posting more videos about ICCC later on. Thank you.